something I forgot. Uh, I'll be showing you everything you need to know about R6 as a brand new player. And let's just start with this opening screen. There's a lot of things here. You might see there's a slaughterhouse thing. This is just a DVD collaboration event. Go ahead and gives you some cool skins, but that's about it. Let's go to the core game. Starting here, Battle Pass level. It's just like every other thing. There's 3 different packs in here. There's Black Ice packs, there's Delta packs, and there is your standard Alpha packs. Delta packs drop a specific loot pool related to these packs. It'll just drop a special amount of stuff. Black Ice packs will contain recolored versions of the Black Ice skin, which is a very popular skin, as you can see. I sold a lot of mine a while ago, but this is what the Black Ice would look like, and this is what a recolor would end up looking like. So, very cool. The Bravo packs that were also in the Battle Pass, or the Delta packs now, actually they renamed them. These can only be obtained in the Bravo packs, and as you can see, they have a collection of different Black Ice skins, which is the main thing that you want. Well, no, I do believe you are allowed to pull these outside of the Bravo packs, or Alpha pack, Delta packs, sorry. They keep on changing the name. Competitive packs, this is earned from playing ranked or from playing in the Siege Cup. Yeah, just in the locker here. So you have, just whatever you've gotten recently. Your appearance, uniforms, headgears, showcases. This is just everything customizable in the game. Let's go back to the main menu. You have your challenges here, and this will give you a variety of rewards. So, for example, kill 10 enemies with melee. I'll go ahead and get a skin and some points. Slaughterhouse matches, I get some points. This is renown, and so this little star icon, this is battle pass points. This is renown. What is renown? Well, renown is this little yellow thing here. And yeah, there's 3 different currencies, right? This is the competitive thing, like I said, from Ranked and Siege Cup. R6 credits are the paid currency in the game, like every other game has. Renown cannot be bought, and it must be earned. What do I spend my renown on? Well, there's a few different options. You can spend it on different skins. You can spend it on sometimes in the shop here. There is a lot of paid things, but you are allowed to buy some things like universal skins with renown, or sometimes there's bundles that you can buy with renown, like System Override here. They are very expensive, however, but this is because this is a skin for, I believe, every single operator in the game. So yeah, they cost quite a bit. But the main thing you're using your renown for is your operators. But let's go ahead and hold off on that just one more time. Actually, no, we're at that time. Yep, let's go and talk about the operators. So there is, I believe, 50 operators in the game. 54, I think. I don't know, I'm too lazy to do the math right now. You can hear the train in the background, my bad. I live right next to the train tracks. But as you can see, they are separated into attackers and defenders, and this is a fairly new thing. You can now filter them by what they do. But let's just introduce them. So these are all of our attackers here. And over here, we have all of our defenders. And the order that you see them in, so going from left to right, back down, left to right, back down, left to right, back down, left to right, this actually would reflect their cost, as this is the order that they came out in. So all of these operators up to Frost, I believe, so I'm pretty sure it's Bandit down, and for this side it's IQ over, or Bandit over, IQ over. These were all initial release operators, and then everything starting from Frost down to Denari, from Buck down to Solid Snake, were released later on. This also does mean that they will cost more. If I remember correctly, everybody on this top row costs 1,000 renown. You can earn this. You could literally earn 1,000 renown a game in some cases, so these are very cheap. Now, cost does not mean that the operator is necessarily better. For example, Solus. She used to be really, really good, and she costs, I believe, anywhere from 15 to 20,000 renown. Would not buy her as of now. She has been absolutely gutted. Meanwhile, characters like Smoke, I forget. I do believe you already have them unlocked, but if you don't, they cost 1,000 renown, and they are arguably the greatest defender in this game right now. So cost does not mean that they are inherently good. It's just usually the cost means how new they are. So higher cost means newer character. Now let's go ahead and go with the attackers first. So for intel, or I guess exactly what all these mean. So intel, this just means usually they have abilities that help them get, well, intel on the enemies a little bit easier. So for example, people like Twitch, Zero, Ayana, and Brava have drones or replicas of themselves, with that being Ayana, who are able to go out and see the enemy and get intel on them without putting themselves in harm's way. Then there are people like Montang and Osa who have shields, who pretty much can walk up to the enemy without having to worry about getting shot necessarily and get the intel that way. Then there's someone like Glaz who is able to see through smoke. So normally no one else can see through smoke, minus Glaz and Warden. But he's allowed to get intel that way. Then there's someone like IQ. So electronic devices, finding the bomb site, she's really good for that. Someone like Deimos. The thing with Deimos is, while yes, he does collect intel and you can figure out where people are, he does already need them to be pre-scanned. So he's not exactly the greatest person for gathering the initial intel, but any intel afterwards is really good. Oh yeah, Flores is also in the drone category, except his drones blow up. Someone like Lion also goes in the remote category. The issue with Lion is where if you are standing still during the Lion scan, you will not get scanned, so they won't know that you're there. So that's the only caveat to him, but he can do it out of harm's way. Then there's Jackal. Don't ever play Jackal, he's absolutely horrible now, but he is able to scan operator footprints, and they will ping the operator for the team to see, or I believe it's just him. One thing is, you might notice whenever hovering over these operators, a lot of them have intel, line, dash, and then another thing. Every operator in the game shares two different functions. They usually do one better than the other, but that does mean that they can do both. Anti-gadget, it's like, as you notice, we can already see off the bat, Twitch shares it, Brava shares it. Sledge. I don't know why he's an anti-gadget, but he is allowed to. He gets a sledgehammer, he can break things down. It's as simple as that. He literally, his whole ability is that he has a sledgehammer. Thatcher's been reworked, and he has that almost rocket launcher looking thing that you see on him. This is his EMP launcher. He shoots EMPs out of it, and that disables any electronic device within its area of effect. He's really strong. Twitch, she shoots out lasers out of a drone that can not disable, it breaks whatever it hits, if it is breakable by it. Fuse puts down a thing called a cluster charge, which is pretty much you put something on a wall, window, ceiling, floor, and it releases a bunch of mini grenades. Boop, 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 and they all blow up, and that can break a bunch of things. Zofia, she has an underbarrel. She has a grenade launcher kind of thing. I don't think it's actually underbarrel. I believe it's its own separate thing. You can't see it on her though, but it will. She has two options. She's able to stun with it, or she's able to break things. So that's what she does. Callie, she has her gadget allows her to break things through walls, but it has to be on the wall or close. So it's like a little piercing thing, goes through, blows up, whatever on the other side. She's really good for clearing out things like bandit charges or K charges that could be on the wall. Ace is used to breach walls. That's pretty much all he does. Don't ever think about playing him in rank though, he's constantly banned. And then here's Zero again. His cameras shoot out lasers, and he is able to break things that way. Floors his drones, blow up, therefore break things. Ram has a drone, except it's not controlled by you, or it's not as much as a drone as it is, as it says, a mini tank. Shreds up the floor, whatever it hits gets or not break, it gets broken. Brava, she has a drone that can hack things and turns it into your guys' control. Let's go to the support category. Striker, I don't know why he's in support, but he is able to do pretty much everything, I guess. Thatcher, like we said, the EMP. Thermite blows up walls, so he's a breach and support. That's what he does. Montang, meant to support the front line, makes it where you guys are actually able to get a push going. Same thing with Glaz, supports you through smoke. IQ can help in different team plays, so that is why she is in support. Remember, her ability lets you scan electronic devices. Buck, he is made to help breach walls with his underbarrel shotgun. He's my personal main and personal favorite. Really good operator. It seems that the game went ahead and changed my skin for some reason. I never put this on. The game is lying to me. Finka. She is, I believe, the only healer on the attacking team. And she is able to revive allies from her range, anywhere on the map actually. She gives, I believe it's 20 to 25 health. Her Finka use, she has 3. Very good. Gridlock, her ability lets her put down these little spikes and completely stops attackers from pushing in an area. Again, Cowie shoots out the little charge, blows things up. Osa, she has her deployable shields that you can play behind, very good. Sens throws down these little, I don't even know what they call them, rolling projectile device, whatever the description says. Displays walls that you cannot see through, really good for dividing up a site and making cover. And Aurora, her ability lets her shoot this little device into a doorway, and it completely blocks the ability for attackers to shoot through it, go through it, whatever, unless you shoot this little unless you shoot a little thing at the top. Whoops, I clicked the wrong button. Frontline. Ash. Breach and frontline. She's meant to really just open up walls. Mainly she just rushes in, kills people. Same thing with Blitz. He doesn't break open walls, but he helps contain people in an area, rushes in, kills people. That's pretty much what can be said for a lot of the front line. Blackbeard, he gets a shield and an entire gun, so he's pretty broken in that sense. And yeah, he's used to breach open walls, rush in and kill people. Capital, he has smoke and fire arrows, along with some really strong guns. He's okay, but other people do his job better. But he's all around okay. Habana, she's seen better days, but as of now, she's pretty much the only hard breach you'll have left in the game, so get to learn her. Pretty good. Ying throws out candelas, which are pretty much just really big flash grenades that do a bunch of uses. She's really good. She is hard countered by people like Jaeger or Warden. Dokubi, she was recently reworked, making her 10 times better. Really good for intel, killing people, and her guns are insane. Overall, she's really good. She is allowed to call people and blow up their phone if they don't answer. Insane for team plays. We already talked about Finka and her healing. Maverick, he gets a blowtorch, which seems like a pretty stupid ability until you realize this is how you're going to be breaching walls a good amount of the time. Really good operator. Nomad. She shoots out a little air jab projectile, and whenever an enemy walks near it, they get blown into a direction and completely just like knocked down. Really good for covering the flank, really good map control, really good front line. Nook, uh, she's genuinely useless, but her ability lets you hide from cameras. That seems really good until you realize there's still a faint outline of her. She's never truly invisible, and if you play Nook, you're probably going to get fried. Amaru literally rushes into the site and kills people. 90% of the time, you'll end up dying as well. Ayana, she shoots out a, not shoots out, she creates a replica of herself, and using that replica, she's able to run around the site, pretty much act like it's her, but she's not allowed to shoot anything. And once she's shot, the move goes on cooldown. But really good for getting intel. Grim shoots out a beehive or a bee swarm. Lets you see anyone who walks inside of it, they get constantly ping, 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 ping. Really useful. Map control, same thing like we already talked about. Blitz, Capitao, Jackal, Ying, Lion. Remember what I said whenever they were going to copy? Yeah, there's nothing new to talk about here. No one new to talk about here. Now, how would you go buying about an operator? Well, once you get enough renown, as we see here, and I actually haven't bought Snarl Snake yet, so this is a really good example. Once you have it, you just simply click. You can pay with either the real currency, never worth it, do not do this ever, please, or unlock with renown, which you just confirm unlock, and you now get it. You get a cinematic. I don't care about the cinematic. Most operators will have a, for example, his bio. Everything is predicted. This is because he saw the same from Metal Gear Solid. Obviously, you probably recognize him. Nothing is known about him, right? But then you have like someone else like Aurora, and it has active duty, civilian name, where they're from. There is a lot of lore inside this game, I will say. So you unlock an operator. I'm spending way too much time on the operators, so we're just gonna go ahead and speedrun what they do. Trappers, smoke. Throws out a smoke canister. If you sit inside of it, you get poisoned and you die. Capcan puts down little traps in doorways and windows. If you hit it, it explodes. Does a lot of damage. Very, very good for map control. Frost puts down a pretty much a bear trap. Step inside of it. You cripple yourself. You go down. You are allowed to take yourself out of them now. So she has been nerfed a little bit in that sense, but pair her with another operator, like say Thorn, you'll be fine. Lesion puts down little lesion mines. If you hit them, they poison you, and they'll keep poisoning you until you take them out. Ella, she has these stun throwables. Whenever you walk inside of them, you get stunned, hemorrhaged. Like, it is all kinds of stuff. It is. She actually got a buff. She's really good now. Alibi puts down clones of herself. I will say she is pretty useless. Goyo puts down a gas canister, and whenever you shoot the gas canister, fire will go on the floor, stay in the fire, you die. Even running through it for a short period will still do a ton of damage. Really good at denying the enemy space. Wamai, he is able to throw these little discs, and whenever you try to throw a grenade into the site or wherever, if there is a Wamai in the way, it'll take it. The Wamai disc will take the throwable, take it to the disc, and then blow it up. So if it's a frag grenade, it'll blow it up. If it's a smoke grenade, it'll blow it up in that random area. So they still go off, but the Wamai disc can revert it. So play it smart. Thorn, one of the strongest defenders right now. After a recent buff to her grenade, pretty much she throws it down, and it acts like a normal frag grenade, except instead of fragmentation, it spikes. Stand too close, you will insta-die. If you even get hit by one, you're still slowed down, and she's just overall really strong. Fenrir, he puts down these little discs, and when you walk inside of it, your entire screen goes purple and black. You cannot see a thing. He has been nerfed though. He's never really that played anymore. Intel pulse cardiac sensor. He gets to see heartbeats through walls and floors. Sounds really good on paper. Overall, not amazing though. Valkyrie gets 3 mini cameras that she can throw wherever she wants on the map. Really good for intel. Overall, she's alright. Caveira, her ability is Silent Step, and she's allowed to walk around silently. But if you down someone and you have a Caveira on your team, they are allowed to interrogate her, or she is allowed to interrogate them, and it will reveal where the entire enemy team is. Very good, but she's usually a one-off pick. Don't ever try maining her. Echo, he gets 2 drones that are able to they shoot out this little disorienting projectile. Really good at stopping the plant. Really good at finding where people are. Really good anti-shield, anti-plant, pretty much anti-everything. Mira, she has a mirror, a black mirror, like one-way mirror. So when you place it down, on your side, you'll be able to see out to them. When they try looking at your mirror, it'll be completely black. Makes it really good for swinging, which is pushing out and trying to get a kill. Maestro, he gets cameras that shoot lasers. This game loves their lasers. And it can stop certain things, it can blow up certain things, break certain things, do damage. Really good for intel, learning stuff. We already talked about Alibi. Clash, they reworked her a bit, but she now has a shield that she can either walk around with or put on the ground. And she has like electricity. She can zap you and stop you from pushing in. She's really annoying to play against, but she is really weak now. Mozzie, his ability lets him shoot out these little spider things that can attack the drones, and then he gets the drones. So pretty good for intel. Warden, his ability allows him to see through all stuns, smokes, pretty much anything that would block vision minus sends. Really good, but he has to be standing still to use them. Malusi, her ability is she puts on a Banshee, and anyone who walks within the vicinity of it is immediately slowed down to I think like 20%. Really, really amazing. Slowdown makes a ton of noise too. Really easy for a defender to play off of. Solus, she is allowed to scan for electronic devices, so think IQ but on defense, which she has been nerfed to hell. Not worth using anymore. Would not play. Miss when she was good though. Scopos, you might notice where Scopos, she's actually in a wheelchair and you control 2 robots instead. This does mean that you somewhat have 2 lives. If one robot gets really damaged, you can switch to the other one and the other one will have full health. Do note though that if you get headshot or you do die before switching to another robot, you are dead. That does not mean you have 2 lives necessarily. Just play it smart. Anti-gadget. Mute puts down a mute jammer. Any electronic device gets jammed. So this goes for breaching charges, drones, stuff like that. Blocks all of it. Jaeger, he has an ADS system. Any projectile that goes past it will be zapped out of the air. So think what Wamai can do, where he blows it up, but instead of blowing it up, he just zaps it away completely, negating the effect. Bandit can electrify barbed wire and mainly walls, reinforced walls. Really good at stopping attackers from getting the breach going. Visual, he becomes invisible or at least unscannable via enemy drones, making him really good for roaming. I will say that he has seen some better times, but overall he's still pretty okay now. I would still consider running him. He's pretty good. We already talked about Maestro. Cade does the same thing Bandit does, except he has low-key a better gun. He still has his nitro cell, and he's allowed to use them at range. So while Bandits has to go directly on the barbed wire or directly on the wall, Cade can throw his from a distance or at a range, and it'll still take effect. Talked about Mozzie, Ward, and Wamai. Aruni, she puts down these Aruni gates, and the only way to get through them is pretty much you have to offer something up. So if you don't offer something to break it, you won't be able to get through. Usually people throw things like a smoke grenade or a stun grenade to get in, or you can hack it with Brava, but that's very situational. I almost like to. It's almost like she's a law of equivalent exchange in R6. If you're not willing to give her something to go through the gate, you'll just get zapped and take damage. Tuberau, his canister temporarily delays the effect of whatever's going on. So usually a heartbeat charge. Keyword is delay, it does not stop it. But he's really good when paired with either Kate or Bandit, because the enemy could be putting a heartbeat charge on the wall. He goes ahead and uses his ability. Then he just goes ahead and has Bandit or Kate put down their ability. Then when his canister ends, the thing will be broken via Bandit or Kate's electricity. Support. Sentry. This has replaced the old recruits, so Sentry and Striker are pretty much the same person, just on their respective sides. I would never play them. They don't have an ability. Castle. He gets pretty much just a better barricade that takes more to break, cannot be shot out, has to be meleeed out, or use some sort of explosive. We already talked about Pulse. Doc. He gets 3 stim shots. If you get hit by his stim, you are healed back to full HP. This includes if you were downed on the floor, or if you're 1 HP, 1 stim from him and you're back to full. Rook gives you a little bit of extra health and allows you to revive yourself if you go down. So he's pretty cool. Already talked about Jaeger, already talked about Valkyrie, Mira, Oryx. He pretty much just has a rush ability, which allows him to break down walls, or he's mainly used to hit shields. So, for example, if the enemy is playing a Montang, and Oryx rushes into the Montang will go flying back, and Oryx can kill them. He's also the only operator who can jump through hatches. Amaru can grapple through them, Oryx can jump through them. Thunderbird does exactly what Doc does, but instead of her having a stim, she has 3 remote devices, and instead of healing to full, she heals, I believe it's 30 to 40 health at a time. Can be revived from these, though. Yeah, can be revived from these, so she's very good. Zami pretty much puts cover up wherever she wants, can be shot out fairly easily, can be meleeed, but still, nonetheless, very good. Already talked about Solus and Scopos. We've already talked about Smoke. Tachanka, never play this guy, but he does have a fire. The Shamika launcher shoots out fire. Can be good for anti-entry, except his fire does nothing now, barely does any damage. Probably won't kill anybody with this thing. No one's scared of Tachanka fire. I would not. Already talked about Frost, Legion, Cade, Goyo. We've already went over all these people. Denari, he gets like these little lasers. Another laser mentioned from R6, very original, I know. But they connect and they pretty much form like almost tripwires, similar to a cap can, except they can fill over entire rooms, and when you walk over them, they do about, I think, 30 damage, 25 damage per. Very good for anti-entry, but they can be shot out fairly easily if they're not placed correctly. Out control, and I think we already went over all of them. So that's all the attackers and all of the defenders. That's a lot of information. Some of the abilities might need a more thorough showcase. If you need to see what they all do, let me know. I can show you what they all do fairly easily. There's operator specialties, which by doing these, you can get special rewards, and I do believe you do earn the operators sometimes. Yeah, I did all of these like a decade ago. Just kidding. It has not been that long since they added it, but I did it a while ago. Your locker again, operators, career page. This is where you see all your stuff. So this is your clearance level. Pretty simple stuff. As you notice, you stop earning things. So level 50. Now you might see premium edition. So some of these levels do matter. So level 2, you get access to quick match. 4, you actually just individually unlock operators now, which is really cool. They did not have that when I played, and I've been playing for years and years. So level 15, this is like a milestone. So you get the specialties that I just showed before, along with the option to play the unranked mode, which will play out the exact way as the ranked mode, but as it says, without impacting rank. So your rank won't go up or down, but it plays out the exact same. So it's the same map pool, ban system, rounds, time, everything is the same, just no elo on the line. And then at 50, you unlock your actual ranked. Now this says Premium Edition. This is because R6 is free. My Rainbow Six Siege X, my bad, is free. The actual game though, to play the ranked mode, must be bought. Don't ask me how much it is. I don't know. It goes on sale all the time. If you play on Xbox, I know it's on Game Pass. I don't know if PlayStation has it on their pass system. On Steam, I believe it's like maybe 20 bucks. I know I just said don't ask me, but I think Steam it's like 20, 30 bucks. So you have to buy the game to play ranked. This is to help combat cheaters, although let's be honest, this game's anti-cheat. It is held together by potatoes and duct tape. So have fun with that. But if you want to play ranked, you have to buy the game to do so. And then this is just badge, background, that. So there's nothing really special in here. And here you have your rank. Here are my absolutely horrible stats. I am learning PC for the first time. My console rank, I have not played console in like a year and a half, 2 years. So yeah, as you can see, we're not doing too hot in ranked. To be fair, in my defense, I've been playing a lot of support recently. Then here's your reputation. This is actually very important. If you are dishonorable, you are not allowed to play. If you are dishonorable, you're not allowed to play ranked anymore. And if you hit dishonorable too many times, you'll be permanently banned from the game. Yes, you'll be permanently banned from the game, which is crazy, but it's the truth. That's the change that they made. And different things can impact it, like overall positivity, communication, right? Saying, nice stuff, commending people. Negativity, this is everything. Like, now notice here, there is 2 ways to earn positivity, but there's 5 ways to lose this, right? So it's very easy to lose, hard to go up, but that's the point. Abandons, pretty simple. Whenever you leave a game, you will get points docked off. There is like these, it's like you can get punished. I will say, sometimes the game servers will just kind of freak out on you and you'll end up getting disconnected. As long as you join back fast enough, you'll be fine. Don't go too long though, or else bad things might happen. Ally damage, this is just accidentally hurting your ally. Pretty simple stuff, because there is friendly fire in R6. Ally gadget destruction, so any gadget that your teammate put down, then you break it. Well, that's points deducted. Friendly fire, this is just ally damage, but when you actually kill them. And there is the option to reverse it. So, for example, let's say me and my teammate are pushing into the site, and I notice that there's an enemy in front of me, and I go to shoot the enemy, and I kill the enemy, but my teammate walked in front of me as I killed the enemy, so I killed the enemy and my teammate. My teammate can go, yeah, that was an accident, forgive it, and then it's not on my record anymore. This is mainly here to protect against people who intentionally kill their teammates, which you might see quite a lot of, because people in this game are losers. Negative communication, as you can see, vary a lot. Just here you can see that I was actually text blocked for saying, I'm going to murder you. Yeah, do not say any of this. Very bad. Yeah, it's just, that's the whole thing. You can go read it. And then here's replays, so you can go back and watch your old games. Very, very bad loss record here. It's horrific. And this is where you can go ahead and see your statistics. I will say this is not entirely accurate, and as you can see from year 7, season 4, I've been playing longer than that, so not all of my stats are objective here, but it does kind of show you, hey, like, what What are you good at? What are you not good at? What do you mostly play? What do you win with? Stuff like that. So that's the Operator Battle Pass shop playlist. There is more to the game than just ranked and quick match and unranked. These are just the essentials. Quick match, this is going to be one of the first things you unlock after doing the training. Anyone can queue with anyone in here. There's bomb, secure area, and hostage. As of now, ranked and unranked only have the bomb game mode, so secure area and hostage are only for quick match and custom games. And then unranked is just ranked minus the elo loss. Training. They have this whole tab. This did not exist when I first played. There used to be something called T-Hunts, but those have since been removed and revamped in the Clear House. Tutorials. This lets you see the game, learn how to attack, learn how to play defense, stuff like that. Shooting range lets you, well, looks like I went ahead and accidentally queued into a game of shooting range. My bad. My maps, my rivals. I don't have any rivals. But yeah, no, here you just, pick whatever character. So like, oh, I want to go ahead and practice with, I don't know, I want to go and practice with Ayana, right? Shooting range, though, I better move my chair up. You cannot use you cannot use most abilities in shooting range. You're really just here to test out the guns, learn the recoil. So like, oh yeah, let me go and test my recoil. God, my recoil is absolutely horrible today. Let me go ahead and just do a live demonstration. Shoot the gun. Oh hey, so look at that, it goes up that way. That's acceptable enough. My bad, I have not played any R6 today, so I'm very washed. But yeah, you practice guns in there and such. Training landmark drill. This just lets you learn different maps. You can choose any map in the game. There's even a designated tab to tell you, hey, these are the maps you can practice for when you're ranked. These are the ones that you'll see in quick match. Deathmatch and free for all are in here. Pretty simple. Run around, kill people, stuff like that. Clear house. Actually, hold on, just real quick. Field training. This is pretty much like a quick match element, but it's everyone on your team and the enemy team are all AI. I would never do this. Instead, I would actually opt to do this mode. So you're allowed to choose to decide random attacker, defender, pre-destruction. So let's go ahead and say I'm gonna go and be an attacker. Okay. And you can just choose this. If you do Cures Legion, this is the only way you can play advanced. Then you can even do headshot only if you want. Personally, when I'm like really trying to warm up, I don't see the point in headshot only. Whenever I'm warming up, like just warming up. Later on though, it's probably pretty good. So dramatic ass music for no reason. R6 is not this deep. But yeah, as you can see, I have to eliminate all targets. I have to eliminate 14 targets in the second floor. If I just go and click my backspace, this will be tabbed for you, but I purposely changed the bind because I have a really bad problem with clicking tab in the middle of my game. This is also a quick showcase of what Buck does. Underbarrel shotgun. See the wall? But wall, as you can see, just blows through it. This is also the black ice skin for Buck's gun. Very lucky to have this. Yeah, so as you can see, I have the markers on. You can turn them off. This is also a really good way to learn maps. I will show real quick, so I'm going to go and let this AI kill me. This AI has a very scary good aim. Okay. Alright, you're making me look stupid, bro. Okay. Sometimes they have really good aim. Wow, that was really embarrassing. No, usually they will just kind of like lock onto your head. I think when I go to actually fight them, you'll get a better demonstration of it. This also can teach you in a way to learn to hold angles. Oh my god, that gun does no damage. Oh, the underbarrel shotgun, my bad. Yeah, as you can see, kind of just running around shooting, killing them. Again, if you don't want to play with ping, you don't have to. It's completely optional. I just play with pings most of the time because, you know, I'm just trying to fight. I don't really want to spend 5 minutes looking for them. Of course, you won't have things like this in a real game. That would be broken. But for this, like just simply just trying to shoot, aim, practice, it's a very good practice tool. And like I said, it can help you absolutely learn the map, figure out where things are, where people are going. My bad, I had to just lock in there real quick. I can't over here be dying in horrible ways when I'm trying to teach someone the game. Although if I do, that's okay, because a good teacher shows their fails or something. I don't know.
Watch my back, I need to reload!
Alright, as you can see right there, that is an example of the ping being inconsistent. They were not there. It also shows you how quickly they can kill you. It is a very good AI. And I'm just bad. So there's that too. As for the spots that the AI sit in, like, would there be people sitting in these spots? Sometimes, yes, there would be people sitting here. Other times, absolutely not. But you'll learn stuff like that as just by playing the game. Sorry, it's my floor. Pretty much get the point, right? Now, at any point, if you want to switch the map and whatnot, just click End Game, as I will do here. End the game, and I can just go to Change Setup. I can just put on another random map. Go ahead and just play a random. Look at this, now we're on Chalet. I will say it is very important that you play through, figure out different maps and whatnot. Very, very, very important that you know the map that you're playing on, or else the game will be a million times harder for you. I will say this, most of what matters in this game isn't even aim as much as it is map knowledge and knowing what call to make when it's needed. Like, that matters so much more. Oh my god, that is the worst recoil I have ever seen before in my entire life. I am a fraud. I don't ever play Jaeger, so... But oh my god, that is bad. What even is this recoil? Oh, I was pulling... Whoops, I was pulling the wrong direction. No wonder why it was so bad. Yeah, as you can see, now I am far from what I used to be in this game. Even I can make mistakes, right? So, don't feel like you're doing horrible just because you're not playing perfectly. Nobody plays perfectly, right? We're all bound to make mistakes at some point. So, that's just how it is. Sometimes your mistakes will be pretty bad, and you might lose a game because of it. And that is completely okay. Because if you make a mistake, right, and you lose the game because of this mistake, the thing is you're still learning the game, right? You went to go ahead and try something that you had never done before, that I'm assuming you never done before at least, and you thought, let me try this out, and it didn't work out, and you lost the game because of it. That's completely okay. Now you know, like, hey, I'm not going to do that again. That's a bad idea. Or maybe it was more situational than I thought, right? So don't be scared to just try things, right? At all, don't be scared. Literally, the best way I can describe playing this game, or the best way to actually get good, is act like you're the best. But act like you're the best in like a responsible way. So for example, a bad player, like if I was a really bad player, I would go, oh, I've been playing this game for, I don't know, I've been playing like what, couple good few years, 6 years, something like 6, 7 years, something like that. And I go, oh yeah, I know it all, and I don't listen to anybody. Well, guess what? No one knows it all. So in turn, I would just be shooting myself in the foot, completely delaying what my progress could have been, right? But instead, right, you want to act like you're the best, but at the same time, and the best way I can describe it, actually, I'm going to completely change it. Act like you're the best student ever, right? So you understand things, right? Like, let's say ranked is like your test, right? You're a really good test taker. My bad. I'm just so focused on talking. But, like, you're a really good test taker, right? You do good on your tests, you do good on your assignments. But then, when you also need to learn new things, you're really good at that. Being able to learn in this game is quite literally a fundamental. Like, if you cannot learn, you will not be good at this game. Ever. You just will not be good. So, focus on learning the game, listen to people that are better than you, and make sure, right, the advice is actually practical. Sometimes people will preach whatever they think is right, even if it's wrong. I would always go ahead and, fact check stuff. Like, how do I fact check stuff in a game that I don't know anything about? Well, we luckily live in an amazing era where there are servers for the game. There are YouTubers, Twitch streamers, FAQs, like, we're amazing people like me, shameless plug, that you can go and ask things about. I have taught dozens of people how to play this game. I know obviously my aim and whatnot is pretty lackluster as of recent, but I'm fairly capable in other means, so yeah, I've taught plenty of people how to play the game, and they've gone on to do way better than I have. So if you need to ask something, ask me, ask a YouTuber, watch a YouTuber play something. That's another good thing. Whenever you're not playing the game, if you can't play the game or you're just not playing the game, but you still want to learn and get better, watch YouTubers. Watch gameplay. Sometimes it's watching your own gameplay, right? Watching your own gameplay is probably the best way you can learn, because you're able to analyze and go, oh, I went ahead and died in this clip. Why did I die? Then you can go back and you can look at it and you go, hey, I should not have swung around that corner, right? Like, let's say there's a guy on the stair and I'm watching the clip, right? And let's say the correct thing to do would have just been to wait here until he got more in the hallway and go like that. But instead, I swing, boom, I'm dead. Go back in the replay, hey, I shouldn't have swung that. And then you just, like, I have no clue why he's down here. He's not supposed to be. But it becomes like that, where you just, like, for example, right there. I should not have peeked over. Now I know I won't peek over next time. Right? It's all it is. Literally, that's all this game is trial and error and constant learning. And I'm a fucking idiot, but yeah, trial, error, learn the game. Keep playing. You won't get better if you don't play. There's a countless amount of people who go, see, like, there, shouldn't have gone up. There are countless people that'll go, I'm no good at this game, and then quit without ever trying to learn. No, I mean, obviously you're not going to be good if you're not trying to learn. If you are willing to learn, though, you can get very good at this game, right? This game has a huge skill ceiling, and it can be hard to learn, but it's not impossible for anybody to learn, right? You don't need to be some sort of X-game shooter pro who's already been playing games for 10 years. You don't need to be some dude who's absolutely cracked out of your mind, knows what to do whenever. Anybody can learn the game. You just need to dedicate a little bit of time to it. Watch gameplay, learn what to do, learn site setups, learn how to attack. Just learn all the aspects of the game, and I promise you, you will be so good in no time. Like, absolutely amazing in no time. I don't know what else there is to really say. I'm just kind of rambling on at this point. Nothing left to do here. There's only so much I can really show and teach from just this perspective without actually going in and playing a full game, looking at a map replay, stuff like that. Really nothing more to show. Literally the only other way would be on person. Real quick, boosters. These are battle points, so that's your battle pass. Renown boosters, really good. If you're trying to earn extra of those things, run one of those. But really, this is all I can teach for now. Nothing left to really show. Hope this helped. And I hope you enjoy R6 as much as I have over the past 6 years. Thank you. Have a good night/day. And remember, you're goated.